Capricorn, expect a small, if not powerful, existential crisis on Thursday. We're going to get into the astrology behind it. This is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's also an astrology forecast because we're going to sprinkle astrology throughout this tarot card reading. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Please take it where it resonates in your life. Whatever the examples, however they really resonate with you, use it there. It is your reading. And maybe you might want to go try your rising sign video or your moon sign video. That's a good sign. Because they may resonate more with you. I do 12 videos every single week, so be sure to subscribe to the channel if you really love this video, and then you can get messages weekly. There's always an extended reading that I hope that you'll join me for. I'll attach the link to the end of this reading, so you can just click on it and go right there. The link will also be attached to the description box, to the top of the description box, as well as I'll pin it to the top of the comment section. Capricorn, Saturn goes primarily, Saturn, your ruling dignitary, it goes predominantly unaspected. But there is kind of a crunch. Every now and then you'll find the moon interacts with Saturn. And these are always difficult aspects, more emotional, or somebody being emotional that comes up and starts to combat with what you're trying to get done. I mentioned Thursday because Thursday, in the beginning of this week, Saturn has maintained sort of a semi-square to the sun, and that is conflicting. Either you're dealing with somebody who's extremely egotistical, or you're just dealing with somebody's ego a lot, or it's your own ego that's clashing with your sense of what makes sense and what is logical. There could just be this sense of feeling like you are not being appreciated, or feeling like somebody's always trying to question your authority, especially when it comes to something you're in authority on. It is a semi-square, so it's not as intense. It's more of an irritation or somebody's stubbornness. But on Thursday, the moon is in a position where it's semi-square to Saturn as well. So that's when the moon is semi-square and the sun is semi-square. The moon and sun both represent dynamics. You could be dealing with somebody who's egotistical and then somebody else who's emotional. And that's really when the crunch period will happen. And you'll be asked almost to check in with yourself and say, is this where I really want to be in my life? Am I really where I want to be in my life? And then it'll pass. It'll pass quickly. Remember that all this year you've been going through something like that, because Saturn has been right in the middle. It's been square. For most of this year, Saturn has been square to the North Node and the South Node. So it has been sort of that karmic check-in of how far along am I how far along am I on my life's journey? And am I where I want to be? And am I who I want to be? And what changes need to be made and what adjustments need to be made. This has been a year of adjustment for you. If not extreme change, then a year of adjustment, especially within yourself and how you see things and how you value things. And this is sort of like a quick review before the year ends. Now, after Thursday, even that semi-square to the sun drops away, and largely, except for those intermittent aspects to the moon, because the moon keeps on moving quickly, Saturn is pretty much unaspected, which can be unpredictable, but it's also liberating. It's also free, and it's also an opportunity for you to get comfortable in your new skin and in your new space and take space. I did want to mention that Mercury is going into retrograde on Thursday. The same day as this existential crisis. So part of it could be things just not functioning, or things not working, or you're in the middle of a conversation and people aren't communicating correctly, or communications technology gets cut off. That could also be something that is malfunctioning as well. FYI. Let's get into the cards because they're interesting. I have a bunch of them in front of me. Number one, we have Prince of Pentacles, which makes me think of work, right? Or of a job that you take to carry somebody else's dreams, taking a responsibility on your shoulders to carry, to make keep the flow of money going. So a job, it's also taking something very seriously or committing to something long term and saying, I'm going to do this. I'm gonna keep working at this, slow and steady. It could also be a pace card. So we're gonna get deeper into the reading to see what exactly it means, but it could be just a sense of things are going slowly, which could be good because it is upright. So it's reliable, dependable, continuous, respectful. That's pretty good vibes for you, but it gets better. I'm just so happy that it gets better. This is all happening here, right now, right in the center of my table. So whatever comes out over here is going to be the past. And usually what happens is if something comes out in the past, then that is directly related to what's happening now. And then we have the future, which we'll get into, and then we'll extend with the extended reading. We have these two other cards here, the Universe and the Emperor. This is about taking charge of your life and making the changes that are needed to close out one chapter of your life and start a new one. I mean, this already speaks of you're finished, you're done, you've completed something, but you've completed, it's upright, and you're happy with the way things have worked out. You know, this may have taken you a while to decide, or it may have taken a while for you to make the conclusion, but you finally come to the conclusion that yes, I have done all that I can, and I have finished up, and I'm really good at where I am right now. I'm really good at who I am right now. This could also be accomplishment at work, saying that you have completed a task that you have been working on for a while, and now it may very well be ready for debut. The Emperor is here. It's saying that this is a new beginning. It's like the child is born, the new life, the new you. This could be the week that the new you is actually ready, is actually born. You actually feel yourself living a new life or headed in a new direction. It is success and momentum towards something new, toward it going in a different direction, but not in a bad way and not in a shocking way. It means that you have made the correct preparations and you're actually going to be happy about this. You're actually happy that it's finally here and it's ready to take off. And then unless you're dealing with an Aries, and that means that maybe, just maybe, something has finally started to move forward in that direction. This could also be a timestamp saying that you still have some more work to do to finish things up, but they will be finished up by Aries season. So like I said, take it as it resonates. Then we have, I love this. Now this is also turn of the year. Turn of the year. Something is changing, something is different, and then the Emperor comes. That could be between the turn of the year, which is the New Year's, and April, late March, April of this coming year. Like there's fulfillment of a purpose. This is good judgment. This is being selected. This is being chosen. All of this is major arcana, which to me is really major. Like it's a sense of you've set yourself up for this right now. So it's just a practice of allowing the fate to carry out and for it to all work out, which may be difficult for you, but it's kind of the time where you have to step back and say, I'm not gonna micromanage. It's not a good time to micromanage when Mercury is in retrograde anyway, and I'm not going to. I've set everything up. Let's let the ball roll, right? Then we have Ace of Swords. So there is communication or something dawns on you. There is a triumph or a victory. This is saying that things are working out well. And this is why I'm extremely happy for you. Because it is kind of a time when you get to be joyous and you get to celebrate what you have created up until now. And then we have Seven of Cups in reverse, which is lovely. And that tells me that you're going to be very happy you made the changes that you made, because looking back, there may be a shitstorm and you made it out of the building right before it collapsed. That's kind of what it's saying. It's like all your decisions have really led you to getting to a place where you're really happy you made the decisions that you made. And you're recognizing now, you're realizing, wow, I made the right choices. This was good stuff. And if you feel right now like you're in transition and you don't feel the security right now, Keep on moving. If you were looking for any sign, here's your sign. Keep on moving in the direction that you were moving. These are good choices, and you're going to look back. This is the future. You're going to see. Things will be clarified for you. If you're not certain or sure why somebody's doing it, the choices that they're making, it will be clarified not too long from now, maybe by the end of this week, but I feel like it could be in a month from now because this is another new moon. We just went through a new moon in Capricorn, so this would be the new moon in Aquarius. So let's get into the details, but first let's pick a moon card because I always pick a moon card. I really want to know where we're going. Okay, so wait. All right, hold on. Flag on the play. Not really though, but don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. And then the energy is gaining momentum, new moon. So I'm taking this two ways immediately. Number one, there's a sense of the energy is gaining. Don't let pride get in your way. There's pride building inside of you. So there's a sense of it's your pride is gaining on you. It may overtake you, and if you allow it to, this is your warning, it will mess you up. But I also thought your energy is gaining momentum. Things are changing. This is a fresh new start. Don't let pride trip you up. You have what you've actually asked for. So don't go in and mess it up and be combative or be angry or throw up something from the past, right? This is a sense of you are on this new route. Let the past die. Everything is coming out in the future for you. So it's like nothing has popped out in the past. And that's like, let it go. Let it go. It's done. It's finished. It's completed. So there is a sense of it doesn't make any sense to still be upset about something that you have concluded. You finished. If anything gets brought back up, it's simply a factor of pride. Now, for some of you, it could absolutely be somebody else's pride, especially if you're dealing with a Leo or somebody who I said who is egotistical. There could be some friction between you and a Leo this week, or somebody who is prideful, likes to think they're a leader, or likes to be a leader. Could be some friction between you and leadership. There is a sense of there doesn't need to be any friction because the energy is gaining momentum. This is a sense of somebody's getting emotional or emotions have been building. So that could be that one aspect this week. And if it happens, it'll happen around in a couple of days from now, from when this debuts. Happen tomorrow. It'll happen around Thursday. I think that's the 29th. When there will be a sense of an emotional reaction or response that happens. Now let's get into the details. Oh, yummy, yummy. What is the energy gaining moment? Oh, hold on. We have 7 of Pentacles. So there is an irritation here with regards to the fact that you keep going around in circles with something and you don't feel like anything has moved or anything has happened to move it forward. So that's a complication, and that is definitely a frustration. But the cards are also saying maybe there's a buildup. Maybe there's an emotional buildup because something has been frustrating you. Don't let pride get in your way. Ask for help. If something hasn't worked, then ask for help because you've done all that you can do. You've exhausted all of what you know how to do. Ask for help because the 7 of Pentacles does confirm that there is a situation that you are stuck on. Sometimes this card represents failure. Right? It represents hard work, but it's not getting you anywhere. So something that you have been working on. Now, this could be you're working with somebody who's extremely prideful. And even though you have been working on it together, it seems like you're constantly going over the same thing. You're constantly having the same problem, which means you don't see a lot of success in this specific area. Okay, so what does Capricorn do in this situation? Ace of Cups. Throw love at the situation. Because there is a happy ending at the end of this tunnel, which is an offer of love, maybe marriage, maybe a relationship, especially if this has to do with relationships. It's saying those things that you have been working on, you're going to make a breakthrough. You're definitely going to make a breakthrough. Those things that there haven't been breakthroughs before, understanding and love, kindness and tenderness and compassion. This is what's going to help to put out the fire. Let's put it that way. But Ace of Cups is definitely, your cup is running over with love and affection. Or maybe there's just a lot of passion here. Okay, you got to be more specific, God. What I do love is that we have the Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups here. So it's getting your heart and mind on the same page. And really feeling good about it instead of feeling like something's being forced on you. Okay, what does this mean though? Knight of Wands, perhaps you're dealing with a fire sign. Leo has popped up, Aries has popped up, or you're dealing with somebody who is very progressive. Knight of Wands means taking action. Taking action, and then 10 of Wands means taking action, but also trying to do too much at the same time. 10 of Wands is there's a huge burden, or you're feeling burdened about the decisions that somebody else is making. Or you can flip the energy and they're feeling burdened about the decisions that you're making. It's given them agita. Hold on. We have the Queen of Swords. This is way in the future, underlying energy. I don't know what this means because it's come so far out, but it's almost like it's way far out. So it's way in the future. This could be the next life. Like wisdom that you have to learn for the next life. So this could have to do with your north and south node. This sense of getting to a point where you are clearly able to be rational and logical. Or this could be somebody coming in your future, but how distant of a future? Or maybe this is your goal, like you want things to make sense. This is your future goal of which direction you want to move in. You got to be more specific. Okay, the Hierophant and the Hermit are here. All major arcana are popping out for you. This is a really fated time for you. So what's going to happen to Capricorn? What is going to happen to Capricorn? That's the answers that I want. He's like, what's going to happen to Capricorn? What is going to happen to Capricorn? The Empress, this is abundance and prosperity and joy. A great deal. And this is a seat of wisdom and being able to give somebody else counsel in the future because of what you're going through now. This is also maybe motherhood, but also something being born. We keep having these repeated patterns of something being born. What are you working on? Because it's going to be exceptional. You're taking on a lot of extra work, but you're like, yeah, I'm taking on the extra work. Let's do it. I'm ready and I'm willing because I know that it's worth it. You're not shooting in the dark here. You definitely know this is the right choice. You are a free, not a free spirit, you are a free agent this week. And with your free agency, you are getting to work and planning something. The 10 of Swords coming out with the the 10 of Wands coming out with the Knight of Wands is just taking action. Throwing yourself into a whole new set of burdens. Or also a sense of saying, like, I don't want this to burden me anymore. But no, I think you're taking on work. You like the work. You like it. You're running toward it. Definitely take the job. If you're getting any kind of job offer right now, or you're going out for a new job, do it. Because this is the best energy to do it in. But what do we have here? Let's get into this. We have the Hermit and the Hierophant. Aside from exceptional alliteration, let's talk about what the Hermit means. The Hermit means this is something that you have slowly and steadily dedicated yourself to. This is a job. And then we have the Hierophant, which is the industry or the traditions or doing things the traditional way, traditional value systems, or you are planning a wedding. Or you are planning the building of a business or taking charge of your own industry. Whatever it is, I can tell you right now, this is a sense of being married to your work, married to your job, realizing that this might be constant work, or accepting accepting that it may be constant work and learning how to like it and enjoy it, and a sense of make that a part of what makes you feel good, make that a part of your constitution, a part of the consistency in your life that makes you feel good about life. But this is money. Your hard work is leading to money. This is all fated and major arcana. All of this. Yeah, but that's what I want to know. I want to get to the nitty gritty. What the hell is happening on the day-to-day? What is going on the day-to-day? Five of Cups is disappointment in the past. The past has disappointed you, or not being able to let go of past disappointments. That's pride. That's the challenge you're going to face this week, is pride. Are you going to let pride get in your way about spilled milk that's already been done? That will be the challenge for you this week. What will be the way forward? Let's go to the extended, and I'm going to tell you in each aspect of your life. The link is below. I'll see you guys there.